Shalawama, I'm Dr. Yasapa, here to do the Ibaryath word of the day. If there's a problem, if you can't hear me in the chat, put a comment for me, please, in the comment section. Okay, so I can fix my audio if you're not able to hear me, all right? So with that said, I'm going to pull the document up. I'm going to turn my camera off and we'll focus on presenting the word, all right? So let's go ahead and let's get started. Let me do a screen share real quick. All right, so let's get the word up. There we are. And let's get that together. All right, so here's our Ibaryath word for the day. This is the Ibaryath verbal root word for the day. So remember, there are parts of speech and grammar, right? And parts of speech represent the function of a word, or in this case, a verbal root. Remember, verbal roots are actually not words in themselves, right? You have to do some things to them. Okay, so parts of speech are categories of words that have a specific function when used to write or speak, okay, to write a sentence or to speak in a sentence. So the Ibaryath is read from the extreme right, so follow the cursor to the extreme left. So we'll begin here. This is the pictograph A, La, Pa. A, La, Pa. Let's do it again. Repeat after me. If you have your children with you, have your children repeat. Okay. The first pictograph is A, La, Pa. Ibaryath is read from the extreme right to the extreme left. So let's do it again. We'll practice again, slowly again. A, La, Pa. Okay, so we'll put it all together and it's alapa, alapa. The Ibaryath root word for the day is alapa. So practice with me, please. Alapa, alapa. And as I always say, and I think almost all of the videos that I do on this topic, if you practice singing, the words will be easier for you to pronounce. And if you have a beautiful voice, those people around you will enjoy hearing the sound of these words. So alapa, alapa, alapa. It takes some time for your facial muscles, including your lips, to get used to pronouncing these words. But once you get used to it, it becomes more easy. Okay, so alapa. The Ibaryath root word for the day is alapa. So now let's look at how this word is translated in English. So in English, alapa is translated as learn. Alapa is translated as learn. So alapa means learn in English. The Ibaryath root word for the day is alapa, and it is translated as learn in English. Alapa means learn in English. So now, as we always do, let's get a specific or a precise meaning of the word alapa. Okay, so give me 1 second while I pull this up on the online dictionary. All right. So we will Google the meaning of learn. So here we are. So let me do the screen share and you can follow along. And I hope that you're teaching this to your children. You can buy the book online and you can go through, teach your children these root words. Okay, so let me increase the size of this for those people who wear glasses. All right, so here we are. Alapa in English is translated as learn. Alapa in English means learn. Okay, here we are, learn. Okay, so as a verb, remember we're dealing with verbal roots, right? So we'll look at the verb. Okay, so one, learn, the first meaning of learn is gain or acquire knowledge of a skill in something by study, experience, or being taught. Okay. So again, the meaning of learn in English is to gain or acquire knowledge of a skill. I'm sorry, to acquire knowledge of or skill in. So knowledge of or skill in something by study, experience, or being taught. Okay, so this would be self-study, right? You're reading books on your own. Experience would be life, and being taught would be you're taking a class or something like that, okay? All right, so let's look at similar words. Okay, grasp, master, take in, absorb, assimilate, pick up, digest, comprehend, study, read up on, pursue, get the hang of. Okay, so those are the synonyms. Now, the second meaning of learn, which is an informal, archaic meaning, is teach. For example, to teach someone. Okay, all right. So let's go back and do our review. Let me pull up the document. Give me one moment, please. All right, and we can do the review. All right, so repetition means a lot, which is why I'm doing this, especially when you're doing vocabulary words. Okay, it's the repetition that helps you to remember. So our Ibaryath root word, our Ibaryath verbal root is the same thing, right? So our Ibaryath root word for the day is alapa. And we'll say it together fast, alapa, or normal, alapa. Our Ibaryath root word for the day is alapa, and alapa in English is translated as learn. So alapa in English means learn. So that concludes our Ibaryath root word for the day. And I highly recommend that you purchase the book, the Dr. Yasapa Ibaryath Aramaic and English Verbal Roots Lexicon. Let me take you to the website real quick, and you can see where you can buy it. You can go through these on your own and with your children. It's really easy. As you see, you can follow the same format that I'm doing right here on these verbal root of the day videos. You can do it the exact same way I'm doing it. And it'll be very easy for you and then also for your child or for whomever it is that you're teaching. So let me go to the website. So this is our website, zionlawschool.org. So here we are, right? You know you're there. So go to products. So you can click on products and it'll take you to a lot of our publications and classes, right? So let's see where, okay, so on the second page, I'm on a laptop, so it'll show up probably different on your cell phone. Okay, so here we are. So when you get here, click on it. Okay, so this is the book you want. This is the book that I get the lessons from, the words from each lesson I do. Here's the title, the Dr. Yasapa Ibaryath Aramaic and English Verbal Roots Lexicon. Some people say, oh, the price is high, okay? But for what you get in this book, this price is very inexpensive. It has 1,639 verbal roots, okay? This has all of the Ibaryath or Hebrew verbal roots in the Hebrew scripture. It has all of the Aramaic verbal roots that are in the Hebrew scriptures. So it has everything. Every last one of them are in here, okay? So let me read, I've never read this on the video before. Let me read it now. So I'll begin here, okay? So you only need to know about 700 or so verbal roots to read most of the Hebrew scriptures. This little powerful book contains a massive 1,639 ancient Hebrew, or that would be Ibaryath, right? So there are 1,446 Ibaryath verbal root words and 193 Aramaic verbal root words, okay? This is 2.3 times more than required to read the most or the majority of the Hebrew scriptures. Do y'all see why this is so powerful? Why the price is so inexpensive? And this was a bunch of work for me to do this, okay? This was not easy. This was a lot of work. And many times I felt like quitting and not finishing it, but I didn't, because I know that our people need this, okay? This is the beginning of conversational Ibaryath. Another game changer, or a game changer this lexicon brings to you, is that the root words are very easy to locate. Okay, so y'all should have seen that when I showed the page, right? It's very easy to find a word. It's basically in alphabetical order, and you don't have to know any complicated technique or schema to find a word as you do in the modern Hebrew lexicons, right? 99.99% of the Hebrew Israelites cannot even find the word in a lexicon if it doesn't have a Strong's number, okay? All right, so let's continue. The definitions are succinct, thorough, and easy to understand, as I just showed you, right? I don't put a whole bunch of extra stuff to try to make myself sound smart. I give you exactly what it means and nothing more and nothing less. Okay, another game changer about this lexicon is that the root entries are written in Paleo Phoenician Hebrew script, as you just saw, and are free from ink smudges and other artifacts. So you can read the words clearly, unlike in many other lexicons. We can't even really read them because they're so smudgy. Okay, they're so blurry. You can tell that it was just photocopy after photocopy after photocopy, or scan rather, after scan after scan. All right, so that makes, because it doesn't have any smudges or artifacts, it makes it easy to read, okay? Whereas other lexicons are very difficult or even impossible to read. Anybody who has lexicons, they can tell you this. Okay, no prior Hebrew language is required to use this lexicon. It is excellent for students, teachers, and researchers. Every camp, every Hebrew Israelite camp, every Hebrew Israelite organization, every Hebrew Israelite church, every Hebrew Israelite family, every man, every woman, every child should have their own personal copy of this book. The return to the Most High is in the instructions, right? We learn the culture, which gives us a better understanding of the written text. The culture is in the language, okay? So you need this book here, okay? To the author's knowledge, this is the first lexicon of its kind, and we are proud to bless you with it. Okay, so go out and spend, it's only $999. Go out and spend the money, get this for yourself, your family members, and your friends. Buy multiple copies, get it to our people. This is money well spent, okay? For what you get, this is a very small price, okay? Especially for the transformation it can bring to our people, not only yourself, but to our people, our nation. Okay, so with that said, I am Dr. Yasapa, and I appreciate you listening in, tuning in for this video. How y'all like my Zion Law School patch? I'm having some more of these made. I've been trying to find another company to give me a batch of these. But anyway, so I'm waiting on that. Anyway, so I also have it here. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that clearly on the camera. But anyway, I like it. I hope you do too. I'm Dr. Yasapa with that.